There are plenty of things out there that can throw off your chances of succeeding. The world can be unpredictable, so you've got to stay smart and stay careful. Most people think failure is loud, a missed promotion, a bankrupt business, a dramatic public defeat. We expect it to show up with a bang. For years, my own progress wasn't being stalled by some huge, catastrophic event. It was being quietly poisoned, day by day. Now, you might have heard a similar phrase, the 7 silent killers, in a corporate boardroom. It's a valid concept from organizational research about why big company strategies fail. But that's about fixing a company. Today, we're turning that idea inward. We're not fixing a business. We're unlocking you. We're going to expose the 7 success killers that operate inside of us, the subtle saboteurs of personal success. And in this video, we'll go through it one by one. How to spot them, how to look for them, what they are, and the cure. Number 1, lack of self-awareness. This is the saboteur that works from the inside out, making every other problem invisible. It's living life on autopilot. You keep making the same mistakes, falling into the same emotional traps, and wondering why you feel so stuck, never realizing you're the one all those scenarios have in common. Its silence is its power. It doesn't feel like a problem. It just feels like you. The frustration you feel in traffic, the way you bristle at criticism, the projects you keep pushing off. They're just random events in a tough life. It's like trying to navigate a new city without a map. You're moving, you're busy, but you have no clue where you are, where you're going, or why you keep ending up on the same dead-end street. The fix isn't some massive psychological overhaul. It's the simple, consistent habit of self-reflection. Your system? A journal. At the end of each day, ask yourself 3 questions. What went well today and why? What challenge did I face and how did I really handle it? And what's one thing I could do differently tomorrow to get closer to my goals? This isn't about judging yourself. It's about collecting data. You become a detective in your own life, spotting clues and connecting dots until the unconscious becomes conscious. That's how you take back control. Number 2, the deceptive appeal of comfort without progress. We all know the phrase comfort zone, but we completely underestimate how dangerous it is. We see it as a place of safety when it's really a gilded cage. It's the job that pays the bills but slowly crushes your spirit. It's the routine that makes life predictable but starves it of passion. It's being just good enough to get by, which is the ultimate enemy of becoming great. This killer is silent because it doesn't hurt. It feels nice. It's the warm blanket of mediocrity. Your brain is literally wired to seek comfort and avoid risk, so it cheers you on for staying put. But here's the problem. Growth and comfort can't live in the same house. A ship in a harbor is safe, but that's not what ships are built for. Your potential isn't meant to be parked. Beating this killer means you must get uncomfortable on purpose. Build a system of stretch goals. Don't just aim to go to the gym. Sign up for a 5K. Don't just say you'll learn a new skill. Enroll in a certification course with a hard deadline. Another great system is routine disruption. Take a different route to work. Read a book from a genre you'd normally ignore. These tiny acts of breaking your pattern build your discomfort muscle and teach your brain that new doesn't mean dangerous. It means opportunity. Number 3, constant, corrosive whisper of an unmanaged inner voice. You know the one, the critic in your head that second-guesses every move, highlights every flaw, and plays a highlight reel of your past failures. We all have it, but for those who stay stuck, that voice isn't just a visitor. It's running the show. This saboteur is quiet because we think it's us. We mistake its negative, fearful chatter for our own rational thoughts. You're not qualified for that. You'll probably fail if you try. Everyone else is so much further ahead. It sounds like a realistic self-assessment, but it's really a preemptive strike against your own ambition. It's like having a radio station permanently tuned to your greatest fears, playing softly 24/7. After a while, you don't even hear the broadcast. You just feel the anxiety it creates. The fix isn't to silence the voice. Good luck with that. The fix is to manage it. You can do this with a system of what some call cognitive restructuring, but it's really just learning to talk back. When the voice says, "You can't do this," you have to ask, is that 100% true? What's a piece of evidence that I might succeed? You challenge it. You reframe it. Another powerhouse tool is mindfulness. Simply notice your thoughts without judgment. When a negative thought pops up, you don't fight it. You just label it. There's that not good enough thought again. By observing it, you create distance. It's no longer you. It's just a thought pattern, a cloud passing in the sky of your mind. You're the sky, not the cloud. Number 4, broken focus. In our world, this might be the most widespread killer of them all. We live in an attention economy where we're constantly being pulled in 1,000 different directions. Notifications, emails, social media, the pressure to multitask. We wear our busyness like a badge of honor. But in reality, we are just practicing the art of being distracted. Its silence is built on a lie, the myth of multitasking. We think we're doing 5 things at once, but the hard truth is we're doing 0 things well. We're just switching our attention back and forth, and every switch costs us mental energy and creates what's called attention residue. A piece of your brain is still thinking about the last email while you're trying to work on that important report. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a leaky hose. You're using a lot of water, but the bucket's staying empty. The best way to live is to become a ruthless protector of your attention. Build systems for deep work. The most effective is time blocking. Don't just have a to-do list. Have a schedule. Block out specific non-negotiable times for your most important work. During that block, engineer your environment for focus. Phone in another room. Notifications off. Door closed. This isn't about working more hours. It's about getting more out of the hours you work. A great place to start is the Pomodoro technique, developed by Francesco Cirillo in the late 80s. 25 minutes of intense, unbroken focus, then a 5-minute break. This trains your brain to concentrate in powerful bursts, rebuilding your ability to find that flow state where your best work happens. Number 5. This is simple, but it's brutal. A lack of discipline. We have goals. We have dreams. We know what we should be doing. But discipline is the bridge between our goals and our accomplishments, and for most people, that bridge is out. This killer is sneaky because it disguises itself as other things. We don't say, "I lack discipline." We say, "I'm just not motivated today," or "I'm waiting for inspiration," or "I'm too tired." We treat discipline like a mood we either have or we don't. But discipline isn't a feeling. It's a system. It's the commitment to show up long after the motivation has left the building. It's choosing what you want most over what you want now. Waiting for motivation to strike is like waiting for all the traffic lights to be green before you start a road trip. You'll never leave the driveway. The way to beat this is to stop trying to be a disciplined person and start building disciplined systems. The most powerful system is habit formation, starting ridiculously small. Don't commit to writing a book. Commit to writing 1 sentence a day. Don't commit to a 90-minute workout. Commit to just putting on your gym clothes. These actions are so small they feel silly to say no to, but they do 2 critical things. They destroy the friction of starting, and they forge a new identity. You're no longer someone trying to work out. You're someone who works out, even if it's for 60 seconds. Consistency builds the habit, and the habit builds the discipline for you. Number 6. Subtle poison of misplaced priorities. This isn't about being lazy. In fact, it often hits the busiest people the hardest. It's the trap of being active, but not productive. It's spending your whole day answering emails, hopping between meetings, and putting out small fires, only to get to 5 p.m. and realize you made 0 progress on that one project that actually moves the needle for your future. This killer is so quiet because it keeps you busy, and busyness feels like progress. Ticking off a long list of tiny, unimportant tasks gives you a little dopamine hit that feels like an accomplishment. But it's counterfeit. It's like diligently climbing a ladder all day, only to reach the top and realize it was leaning against the wrong wall the whole time. The effort was real, but the direction was totally wrong. The antidote is a system of ruthless prioritization. The most famous is the Eisenhower Matrix, a framework for decision-making developed by President Dwight D. Eisenhower. It divides tasks into 4 boxes: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither. Most people live in the urgent boxes. Success is found by intentionally carving out time for important but not urgent. The zone for strategic planning, learning, and deep work. A practical system is the weekly review. Every Friday, look at your calendar and ask, how much of my time was spent on my actual priorities? What did I do that just drained my energy without moving me forward? This regular audit makes sure your ladder is always leaning against the right wall. The last one, neglecting your own personal development. This is the assumption that who you are today is good enough for tomorrow's challenges. It's the belief that your current skills, knowledge, and mindset are all you need. In a world that's constantly changing, this is a fatal mistake. This killer works in silence because the decay is so gradual. You don't become obsolete overnight. It's like a saw that's used every day but it's never sharpened. For a while, it still cuts, but each cut gets a little harder. It takes more effort for the same result. You see others moving ahead. New challenges feel overwhelming, and you start to feel like you're falling behind, but you can't quite figure out why. The reason is that you stopped growing. The person you are right now only has the capacity to get the results you have right now. To get different results, you have to become a different person. The system to defeat this is to make learning a non-negotiable part of your life. Become a perpetual student. Schedule time for growth just like you'd schedule a meeting. It could be 30 minutes of reading a non-fiction book each morning. It could be 1 online course per quarter to build a new skill. It could be finding a mentor who's where you want to be and actively learning from them. The goal isn't just to learn more stuff, but to constantly expand your capacity. By always sharpening the saw, you ensure you're not just working hard, but working smart, with tools ready for whatever comes next. So there they are, the 7 killers of success. No self-awareness, comfort without progress, that unmanaged inner critic, broken focus, a lack of discipline, misplaced priorities, and neglecting your own growth. They don't show up with a thunderclap. They sneak in through the cracks of your daily life. But now you see them. You know their names, and you know their playbook. And that means you can fight back. You can take back control not by making some giant leap, but by building small, consistent systems that protect your potential. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 silent killers resonates with you the most right now? Drop a comment below and let's start a conversation. Just sharing it is the first step to beating it. Remember, success isn't about dodging failure. It's about seeing the subtle ways we get in our own way and having the courage to build better systems, one day at a time. The battle isn't out there. It's in here. Win the battle inside, and you'll be unstoppable.